Hey, welcome everybody to the Daily Mastermind. I am Paul Baxter, implementation coach for the Mortgage Mastermind Group. And guys, I am definitely here to help you grow. Anything that I can do at any time that you have questions, please feel free to ask. Today, guys, we're going to talk about the top 7 ways to generate mortgage leads in my personal opinion. Now, I'm not saying these are the only ways that you can generate mortgage leads, but these are some of my favorites that I think are working right now in today's market, today's business. And as you'll see at the end of today's presentation, all 7 of these are things that we've gone over. They're in the archives of the Mortgage Mastermind Group membership site, so you have access to the details, to the step-by-step of each and every one of these 7 different lead generation sources. So that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So the old saying goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I know every one of you guys have that in the back of your mind. You know, Chad has spoken at length about having a diversified mortgage business. We did a class, oh golly, early on in the Mortgage Mastermind Group where we talked about that. Chad's got an excellent presentation that talks about having a diversified mortgage business and having multiple pillars of success in your business to generate leads so that you don't end up with all your eggs in one basket. There are a lot of lenders that had all their eggs in that refi basket for a long time, and you may notice that some of your friends are no longer hanging out with us. So it's important to diversify your mortgage business. We've covered a lot of different ways to grow your mortgage business on this class and on our top producer strategy class on Fridays. Here are 7 things that you can be doing to generate mortgage leads in your business, and these 7 things are things that you can start and implement any one of them today. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there because I didn't put this as part of the presentation until the very end. Don't think that what I'm telling you to do is go out and implement every one of these strategies all at the same time. I don't want you to do that, because what will happen is you'll end up with a whole bunch of started strategies that none of them are producing fruit for you because you didn't bring any of them to completion. So it's important to remember that any strategy that you start, make sure that you start that strategy and bring it all the way through completion before you move on to the next. Okay? The first thing I want to talk to you about, the first strategy, is Facebook fan pages. If you have not set up a Facebook fan page branded to you as the individual loan officer, I'm not talking about a Legacy Financial fan page. I'm talking about a Paul Baxter Mortgage Professional fan page branded to you specifically. You need to do that today. And you know, I want to disclaim, as long as your compliance department allows you to do so. I know there are some of you on the call that you are not able to do that based on compliance, but if you do have the ability to make a fan page that is branded to you as a mortgage professional, you need to do that right away today if you have not done so already. Fan pages offer you a fantastic way to celebrate your mortgage successes, and the cool part about doing it on your fan page is you're not invading someone's personal profile. You're not taking advantage of your friend status on Facebook, on your personal page. You're not spamming their wall with mortgage-related information and photos. You're doing it on your fan page, right? The key element, though, is to get people to your fan page so people can like and unlike your fan page anytime they want. And I will tell you, at this day and age, at this stage of the Facebook game, most people who are Facebook users know that if they like your business page, they're likely going to see some mortgage business related items. What was the training class for Facebook fan pages for us as LOs? I have one, but don't really make many posts there. And so that class, I walked you through the steps of creating a fan page, and then we've done 2 or 3 different types of classes on how to stay engaging. One of the main classes, and the one that specifically relates around this strategy of utilizing a fan page with posts about your closings, posts about events that you're doing, things like that. I'll go to it at the end of the class live just to double check. I can't remember the name of what that class was, but if you remember, Jeff, we talked a whole lot about the daily tens, and I'm pretty sure I called it my Facebook formula. Or Facebook rules of engagement, something like that, where we talked about the 5 days of the week, what to post on those 5 days. You know, Monday should be something motivational, Tuesday should be something funny, Wednesday is industry specific, Thursday is your day that you ask for engagement, and Friday is your I'm a hero or testimonial type stuff. And then we talked about the daily tens. We did a whole, we talked quite a bit about how to actually differentiate your business page from your personal page and things like that. I'm pretty sure it was called, golly, maybe Chris can look that up for us while we move forward on this class today. But Facebook formula or Facebook rules of engagement or something to that effect. People at this stage in the game of Facebook, they know that if they like your fan page, that they're going to see some business related or some mortgage business related items when they go to their news feed. And that's the big element there, is to work hard to grow your likes. You know, when you friend somebody, ask them to go like your page, because it's not so much your friends or the people those people that you're looking to get to like your page. It's the friends of friends. It's that ever-growing eyeball list, that viral effect that Facebook offers that you're looking for, right? And if you're doing some of these cool things on your Facebook fan page, that's going to directly tie in to the last strategy that I'm going to cover today. And so using your Facebook fan page, you're looking to get likes, you're posting fun things like pictures of happy buyers at closings, you're posting things about events that you're going to, you're posting things about events that you're hosting, photos of the events that you were at, fun photos, referral partners smiling at lunch when you take them to lunch. Take a selfie with you and your referral partner having a nice, having a shrimp cocktail at lunch or whatever. Those are the kind of fun things with images that can get engagement going on your fan page, but it also allows you to talk about your mortgage business and remind people about what you do, and likely to get them to know, that you're a loan officer and to do business with you. People want to work with an expert, and if they see that you're busy, they'll assume that you are the loan officer for them, and that's how Facebook really works for business. And you use a lot of, don't get me wrong, you're going to use your personal profile. This does not change the way I feel about that, but using your fan page to do things like this can really give you that leverage you need. You kind of use both in conjunction with one another. The next strategy that I'm really a big fan of, that I think is hot right now, that is really not a hard thing to implement. It does have a cost involved, so this one is not a free one. I apologize in advance, but this is not a free one, but I believe wholeheartedly that this is a strategy that can and will work for you if you implement it, and it's mobile voice routing. It's the new system of the 1-800 call capture. The technology converts at a much higher rate. I think one user that I learned about this strategy from said that they're converting 85% higher than they were with the old school 1-800 call capture, right? So it's just an easier system. What happens is people, when they're on the phone, instead of having to pull the phone down and hit the 1 to speak to someone, they simply are asked, do you want more information? Say yes. When they say yes, they're connected to either the realtor or the lender, and that's all in how you set it up. Guys, this is a fantastic reason for getting in front of listing and buyer agents, because it generates both on both sides of the fence. It's a great reason to get in front of agents and to call on agents. Hey, Mr. Agent, I just wanted to talk to you. I understand you're serious about growing your real estate business, and boy, I've got this really great tool that's generating buyer leads like you wouldn't believe. I'd love to spend 15 minutes to show you how it works. Great reason for calling on agents. It implies a partnership right off the bat. You get that opportunity to present that to an agent or to talk to an agent about it. It's an implied partnership right off the bat. There's nothing, oh, I'm just doing there's an implied partnership right there, because we're both connected to that phone line. It's my system. I'm giving you access. And it gives you continued follow-up with any partners that you create off of it. And what I mean by that is you've got that ongoing follow-up. Hey, Alan, this is Paul over at Legacy Financial. I'm just calling you on the weekly update on 123 Easy Street. We got 4 calls this week. 2 people clicked over for a conversation. Just wanted to check with you. I know one of them only lasted about 30 seconds, but the other one lasted 5 minutes. How did those conversations go? Anything you need guidance or my help with? And the one that was 5 minutes, do you have a name and phone number that I can get in touch with and start going through the pre-approval process? So you've got that reason for ongoing follow-up, that reason to stay in touch, that reason. We are always looking for reasons to need to call them, reasons to be, to swoop in like a hero again and again and again. And mobile voice routing provides you with that opportunity because you're providing that system or partnering in the system with it. Now, the mobile voice routing that we use is ProQuestTechnologies.com. That's ProQuestTechnologies.com, and I'll leave this page on the screen for just a minute here so that if you're writing that down or you want to get to it, you can certainly see that. What ProQuestTechnologies.com, and the reason we chose their mobile voice routing system is because they have a lot of tracking on the back end. Tracks how many calls a listing received. As I mentioned before, each listing has its own specific code number that ties to that, and then we can track how many calls that listing got, whether or not they said yes to speak with someone, and if they did say yes, how long they were on that call for. That gives us a really great insight as to what that listing's doing for us, what kind of leads we're getting, and it can really give you some insight on whether or not the person that's taking those calls is diligently working that lead when it happens. Now, as I mentioned, there is a cost to ProQuest Technologies mobile voice routing system. They do have a special going right now where they're going to waive the $299 setup fee, and there is a little bit of setup that goes involved, and they take care of that. They've got training on the back end, and they've got 2 options for payment. It's $100 a month, or you can buy the year subscription up front for $988, which is right at $1,000. So you save a couple $100 if you buy it for the year in advance. So if you buy an annual plan, it's $200 less than paying for the $100 a month plan. So there is a cost to that. But again, guys, I know for a fact that this system does work. Because I know loan officers who have used it that it works for, not people that are part of this group, but part of another group, and I know that it has worked for them. And I know that there are people in this group that are starting or have begun the process, have already had their first opportunity to sit down with a referral partner, and are already getting the benefit from the system, which is the opportunity for relationships. That's what any of these marketing systems, by the way, are for, to give us opportunities for relationships. And even though the first call has not happened to the phone number yet, it's already given Alan an opportunity with relationships that he may not have had he not had the mobile voice routing system in place for himself. So that's implementation, guys. It does work, but again, there is a cost to it. It's $1,000 a year. Okay. The next one is what I like to call LinkedIn stalking. Now, we've talked about LinkedIn several times, and this specific strategy, you want to pay close attention here because I kind of add a little twist, something that we don't talk about on the LinkedIn classes that we've done, some new stuff or a new way of thinking as it relates to LinkedIn. And Alan just piped in and said, I have 5 appointments for next week to talk about the mobile voice routing system. So again, guys, it's giving it before the phone number has even been dialed, before he's even gotten the first sign in a yard, it's giving him opportunities to get face-to-face with real estate agents. So it's working its magic already. And then there's just more magic to come. So again, LinkedIn stalking is what I like to call this, and we've talked about LinkedIn. We talked about how to connect to referral partners because it is the business social network, and a lot of your top professionals hang out there. You know, instead of hanging out on Facebook, your top professionals are hanging out on LinkedIn. Everyone knows you can target real estate agents and other referral partners for list building on LinkedIn. We've talked about that at length. But what everybody doesn't know is that you can comb the comments section, which are your connections, comments, and posts for opportunities there. And let's say you've got 1,000 connections. Well, there's going to be opportunities every single month if you know what to look for and if you look for them properly. So what you want to do is don't just connect with possible referral partners. They're great to connect with too, but connect with local business professionals as well, attorneys, restaurant owners, small business owners, any and all business professionals in your local market. Okay, and then just like on Facebook, you're going to browse through the posts of your connections. You're going to just kind of scan through what people are talking about. The more connections you have, obviously the more possibilities or opportunities that are going to come through this browsing, but you are bound to find a lead or two buried within your LinkedIn contacts. So what you're doing is you go to your home and you look through, you browse through all the different contacts, and you're looking for things like job changes, promotions, children that have just graduated college and just got their first job with GE in your neck of the woods. You know, things like that are indicators that this person may be in a position to buy a new home, or this person may need to relocate themselves, or this person is, finally getting in that, getting on top of life a little bit, and they may want to purchase their first home. Or, a veteran that is back on the, back in the U.S. and talking about moving, or there's a lot of different things that are indicators in those comments, and it's a professional atmosphere. It's okay to comment back, hey, if you need help in financing, if you're looking to refinance, hey, if you need help in moving, please let me know. That's what I do. That's what I'm best at. It's a professional network. It's okay to make those kind of comments here. Unlike on Facebook, where you got to be cool, you got to kind of play it cool a little bit. On LinkedIn, you can straight up ask for business on LinkedIn without it being a weird thing. Okay, so there's opportunities in your homepage of LinkedIn, the more people that you connect with. I love that strategy because it just really, if you spend 20, 30 minutes just browsing through, you're going to see something that triggers you to make a comment. And you never know when that may happen. That's not going to be a big money producer for you, but it's something that could put 2 or 3 loans in your pipeline every month, especially if you've got thousands of connections to leverage that with. Okay? Next one is networking. I got to tell you, you cannot hide behind your desk all day and expect to get referrals from others in the community. You just can't do it. You can't sit behind your desk and think that people are going to refer you. If you want to build your referral business, you will need to be visible. And networking, you know what, guys, networking is one of those fun things. We talked about it on Friday of last week with Ed Nauerall and what he kind of does to grow his business and all the different networking things. Every one of those barbecues, every one of those tailgates, every time he brings chicken to the CE class, that's a networking opportunity. And that's good time. That's fun. That's a fun thing to do. It gets you around other people. It gets you out and about, away from the mundane, the monotony of the same old, seeing the same water cooler and the same lady from the office next door who walks outside every 45 minutes like clockwork for that cigarette. Whatever it is, it just breaks that monotony up a little bit. Networking also allows you to develop relationships with other like-minded professionals. So if you're in like a BNI group or a true networking group, it allows you to build relationships with people who are like you, that are interested in, hey, I'll refer you, Mr. Air Conditioner guy. If you refer me, anybody that you talk to that says, they want to do a renovation on their home but just can't afford it, refer them to me. That's what I'm looking for. So you're looking for professionals that are like-minded, and it gives you an opportunity to meet those people. You provide them leads, they reciprocate by referring you. Many times, and this is a cool thing about networking, and networking isn't just BNI groups, and we'll talk about that in just a second, but many times when you're networking, doing things like barbecues at the barbecue contests, at your tailgating event, or customer appreciation networking events, many times You do loans, you'll get business directly from the people who you're networking with. Hey, I was wondering, Paul, I was thinking about doing a little, my kitchen is just outdated. I want to do some renovation. Is there any way that I could maybe refinance and use some of the capital from that to do it? Yeah, well, let me talk to you about that. You get opportunities in networking by multiple places, not just referrals from them, but them themselves, the members of your networking group themselves. And networking is not confined to groups like BNI. Those are great networking groups, and you should be part of any of those groups that you have the ability to be a part of. But what about other networking opportunities, like your kids' PTA, the school your kids go to, PTA? That's a networking opportunity. That is a networking opportunity. Get their email addresses, have your signature line and every person on the PTA's email address, and when you send that one email about, hey, the fundraiser, what date does the fundraiser in the signature line, they see, Paul Baxter, mortgage professional, your mortgage professional, Legacy Financial Group. They see that in the signature. Hey, I didn't know that Paul was, I'm going to call him. I was thinking about renovating my kitchen this year. Local clubs of interest to you, gardening clubs, fishing clubs, birding clubs. If you play, listen, I'm 41 years old. I still love to play me some softball. You think for a minute that that softball being at the softball field is not a networking opportunity? Everybody on my team, everybody on the opposing team, the people in the league, where you get on the league email list and you reply to it, championship weekend is November blah, blah, blah. And you reply to that, and your signature line's in it. That's an opportunity. Church groups, those are great opportunities to network and find other professionals and people who are looking to buy, sell, refinance, whatever the case may be. Church groups are great networking opportunities. Be a leader in your local Little League or Pop Warner group, whether it be on the board of directors or as an actual coach. Either way, you've got opportunities there. If you can be on a board of one of those leagues, you've got access to every parent for every kid that's in the league. And when you send your email out, you've got your signature on there. You've got your signature on there. Those are great opportunities to network. Sponsor a Little League team. Sponsor a Pop Warner football team. Absolutely. Let the parents see that Paul Baxter, mortgage professional for Legacy Financial, is sponsoring the 8 to 10-year-old Little League team called the Orioles or whatever it is. Sponsor those. Become a member of a gourmet cooking club. That's a big deal. That's a fun one. You get out once, twice a month, you meet with other people, you eat some fantastic food, you get an opportunity to talk about, it's a party atmosphere, so you'll get an opportunity to talk about what you do. You have your 30-second elevator speech ready to roll. We've talked about that at length, as having that 30-second elevator speech. Networking opportunities are the reason why you've got that 30-second elevator speech. That's the whole purpose why you have it. Because you're going to get those opportunities when somebody says to you, man, really great. So tell me, what do you do for a living? What do you do anyway? And you get a chance to say, I help people buy, sell, or refinance their home. I help people, live their dream of owning a home or build their dream home if that's what their choosing is. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You'll actually, when you put yourself out there, you get in groups, you become active in your communities. You start networking. You're going to be surprised at what some new people in your life will actually do for your business. Especially when it's networking where it's a group where you feel there's a relationship building. Whether the relationship is built on your common, because you're members of the same church or because you're the coach of the baseball team, whatever it is, there's a relationship there, and that gives you an opportunity to grow your business. We're in a business that every person is an opportunity for us. So I'm a big fan of networking. My very, very favorite of all the strategies, and if you are not doing this one, well, we need to have a talk after this class, and that's past clients. Your past clients are probably the single best source of leads that you have. Let me say that again and be very, very, very clear on this. Past clients are probably the single best source of leads that you have, and that's because homeowners move or refinance every 3 to 7 years. On top of that, they have friends, they have family, they have coworkers. These are the people who already know, trust, and like you. You've already spent the time, a lot of times the money, and the effort in creating that lead or referral. They've done business. You've done the hard work in getting them to do business with you. You've sold yourself to that client. That is the best place to continue selling yourself and reminding them of how you made them feel, because those are the people that are going to remember you when it's time for them to renovate their kitchen. They're the people that are going to remember you when their kid graduates from college and gets that awesome new job and they're ready to buy their first home. They're the ones that are going to remember you when their kids finally move out and it's time for them to buy, to buy the smaller house instead of the big house. So they're going to call on you. These are the people that you've already made feel a certain way. Don't give up on them. Now, even though this is the best source of leads as a mortgage lender is your past clients, it's hands down the least used. We all want to find that new client, don't we? We all want that new, oh, I need to get a new lead. I need to get referrals of the new lead. But the reality of it is I can't remember the percent for mortgage lenders. I think it's something like 93% of people said they would do business again with their mortgage lender, but only 7% do, because over the years they had forgotten who their lender was. They don't remember the person. They had a good experience but don't do business again because they simply don't remember. 90% of loan professionals do not have a system for staying in touch with past clients. 90% of loan professionals do not have a system in place for following up with past clients. Guys, that's 9 out of 10. That means if 100 of you are standing in the room together, only 10 people are marketing to the single best source of leads that any of us have. The rest of us are too busy chasing the new lead, chasing the next new client, and spending money. You know, it cost us 3 times as much to get a new client than it does to retain a current client. And that goes for mortgages too, guys, because when we think of a past client or a current client, these people are not just people that are going to, 6 years from now, oh, what do I got to market to them for 7 years before I can do anything again? Sometimes, yeah. But the reality is if you stay in touch and they had that good experience, and I'm not saying 100% of them, but a good percent of them are going to refer their friends, their family, their coworkers. Sometime in our lives in the next year, every single one of us, and I know you're mortgage lenders, so it happens to you a lot more frequently, but everybody, in the next year, as an adult, we're going to speak to someone that is in the market to buy or refinance their home. It's just, at any one given time, I think it was 3 to 5% of any given population is in the market to buy or refinance a home at any given time. So if I have 10 people or 100 people, let's say my past client database is 100 people, that means 5% of those people may buy or refinance again. Or they at least know somebody who is. So guys, if you're not marketing to your past database, you absolutely need to change up, and that's the first thing. Of all the strategies we talk about, put together a past client database marketing strategy. It is essential to your business. Yeah, and that's Steve. Just reiterate the point. It is so much easier working with people that are referred to you by past clients, much less shopping. because they trust the opinion of their friend that referred them. They trust, you know, hey, oh, you need to call my mortgage guy. You need to call my tire guy. Oh, you got an issue with your AC? Oh, you need to call my AC guy. And what do? We call their guy. Why do we do that? Because we trust our friends' opinions. We trust the referral. We all do it. I mean, we do it from restaurants to tire guys to mortgage lenders and everybody in between. We all do it. And we trust we trust the person that we're being referred to. And we always make mention, hey, Steve referred me over to you. He said you could hook me up with a great deal on tires. Sure, what do you got? I got R15s. You know, referrals, I mean, it really is the single best way to do business. But guys, it's the easiest way for you too. It's just a matter of putting something very simple in place. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. It does not have to be elaborate. You can send them something every month. It could be as little as a newsletter. You will get some result with that. It can be a greeting card once a month, once 4 times a year. You will get some result with that. You can send them Joe Girardi's I Like You card. You'll get some result with that. You can send them a video. The result that you get is specifically related to the frequency at which you touch your past client database. So if you do it at just a bare minimum 4 touches a year, you're going to get a result from that. I promise you, you will get a referral or two every time you do those 4 touches. Want to get more referrals from your past clients? Touch them every single month. Once a month, every single month, touch your database. You will get referrals from that every month. You want to get even more referrals from them? Touch them once a week. Yep, you're going to get a high number. If you got 500 people on your past client database and you start touching them once a week, you're going to get 25, 30 people opt out. Oh no, those are your past clients that are opting out. So what? Because if I've got 500 and, oh my goodness, 30 people opt out of my email, I just got my email in front of 470 people who know, trust, and like me, that have friends, they have family, they have coworkers. I'm cool with 30 falling off the map because I got 470 that liked what I sent them. Let's say half of my database opts out after 6 months of sending them a video email. 6 months. Half of my database is opted out. So I'm now down to 250 of my past clients, but those are 250 people that have been getting a message from me every single week for the last 6 months. Those are people that know, trust, and like me, that have friends, they have family, they have coworkers. I guarantee you I've gotten a result out of that, even with 50% of my database opting out. Now, if you get 50% of your database to opt out, you must have said the F word or said something really, really bad in one of your emails or something, because that's way more percent than you will ever see. I'm trying to make a dramatic point. Sending something every week, even if you get some opt-outs, you've got the raving fans on the other side that are the ones that are going to refer you anyway. The ones that opt out, that did, oh, how dare you send me some sort of message in my email, I'm opting out of here. They weren't going to refer you anyway. It's just keeping your database cleaner, so forget about it. With past clients, you can also, one of my guys, I got to tell you, I was thoroughly impressed with Ed Narwhal's birthday strategy, not because he's doing something big and elaborate, but because he's doing something that touches his past clients in a very meaningful way, consistently and religiously. It is consistent. He does not miss a beat, consistently. Every year, whether they've been on his database for 2 years or 10 years, I think he's been doing this for, I think he said 12 years now. He's been doing this birthday strategy the same way for 12 years. Every year, they get a card that is nothing more than a flyer with a birthday cake on it. Says happy birthday from the Ed Narwhal team or his mortgage company team, and he signs it. They get a card in the mail with a $1 scratch-off ticket and 2 business cards, and then on the actual day, they get that prior to their birthday, a couple of days prior to their birthday, and then on the actual birthday, they get a phone call. And they get that phone call whether their birthday falls on Halloween or their birthday falls on Christmas or their birthday falls on a Tuesday in the middle of the month. That's no big deal. It doesn't matter what day that their birthday falls on, they get a birthday call on their birthday. And that's a special feeling. That is something that, guys, I'm going to tell you, our birthday is all of our most important day, Christmas Day isn't the most important day for us. It's our birthday. It's our birthday, doggone it. That's the most important day, and it feels good when our day is recognized, especially by someone that's not a part of our day-to-day, everyday life. People that are part of our everyday life, you kind of feel like they're somewhat obligated to say happy birthday to you, It's like they're obligated to do so. But I get a call out of the blue, random call out of the blue from somebody that, just the guy that did my mortgage. That makes me feel like my birthday is remembered. That's an extra special feeling. So use either one of both of those strategies. Just stay in touch with your past client database. It is a gold mine waiting for you if you are not using it currently. My favorite a question popped up while I was moving on. My birthday is January 11th. Now I'm going to get a call on my birthday. My next favorite strategy is FSBO marketing. FSBOs for loan officers, though. And I know this is one that some of you guys, I saw it just now. You got that, oh, goodness, look on your face. You got the eyes rolled a little bit. I'm going to tell you, if you're not thinking about this strategy, you're missing an untapped boat. This is a boat that is untapped, but here's the cool thing about it. This is not just a boat to bypass having to deal with real estate agents. This is a boat that it will help you get more real estate agent relationships. Yes, I said it. The FSBO strategy will actually help you get more real estate agent relationships. So if for sale by owners need loan professionals' help, they can talk about the features and benefits. They can mostly sell their home themselves. That's no problem. They know how to walk somebody through their house and talk about how new the water heater is, and it's a new roof, and we just had the deck reglazed last year, so you got a few years on that, and we had this addition added on in 1985. But they do not know how to structure a loan. None of your competition, loan officers on this call, none of your competition is approaching the FSBO seller. Only the agents are, and yes, the agents are calling them. And yes, James, they're probably screening their phone calls because they get so many calls from real estate agents. So James says FSBOs, they do not answer their phones. I know, crazy, right? They're trying to sell their home, yet they're screening their calls. What they want, why they're screening their calls is because they get so many calls from real estate agents. So leave them a quick little message, and that's part of the FSBO marketing strategy on the member site is I tell you exactly what to say in your voice message. Pretty simple stuff. The thing you've got to remember, and like I said when I said it, the FSBO, I see a couple of you cringing a little bit. That's because there's fear involved of calling on the actual seller. Oh, wait, they're not going to want to talk to me, FSBO. I hear all the time from agents, FSBOs never want to talk. FSBOs are selling for themselves because they don't want to deal with people, with salespeople and things. But you're not. You're different. They don't need a real estate agent because they don't want to deal with a commission and a salesperson. But they absolutely need to know how a loan professional to help them or to help people that are interested in buying their home and structuring a loan for them. They need your help. They need your help to protect their belongings and their family from predators that are willing to go into people's home for a showing and do unscrupulous things. You need to get pre-approved people to see your home only. That's going to help you protect your family and your belongings. And oh, by the way, loan officers, any pre-approvals that you do that don't end up buying the home, guess what that is for you? Yeah, That's a referral for you to provide to the realtor partner that you've been trying to woo for months, and they won't give you time of day. I guarantee you, you bring them a pre-approved buyer, they'll give you time of day. Guarantee you. So not only is FSBO going to help you with getting the actual loan for the person that's going to purchase the seller's home, it's going to give you pre-approval opportunities to bring to other referral partners. But do they want to steer their potential buyers to a particular lender? James, that's just the thing. They don't know that they're supposed to or that they're not supposed to. They don't have an opinion on it because they don't know anything about it. The only thing they know here, the typical for sale by owner, and I can tell you this firsthand knowledge. My brother tried to sell his home for sale by owner. One of my closest friends for 30 years tried to sell his home for sale by owner. Another friend of my wife's did sell her home for sale by owner. They think about the sale of the home. They think about things like doing showings, and they think about things like allowing doing an open house on a Saturday when other realtors, they think about things like that and decorating their home and selling the home. The thing that the sellers of for sale by owners do not think about is what is the doggone buyer supposed to do once they've decided that they love your home and they need to get financing. The seller of most they don't even consider, oh, well, yeah, we'd love to, you like the home, fantastic, just get in touch with this, I guess, figure out the financing and let us know, make an offer on that. They don't have a clue what to do when it comes to referring. That's why this strategy, the FSBO strategy, is a guide for them. What you're going to do is you're going to plant the seed that they need to have you. You're going to plant the seed that they need to get everybody pre-approved, to tell them the difference of what a pre-approval is versus a pre-qualification. Those are different things, and explain that because the seller of a for sale by owner doesn't understand it. They're not in the real estate. They don't understand those differences. And so you guide them through that. You're the one that points them. You plant the seed that, hey, you need a lender. I'm not looking to make a commission. Look, what I'm trying to do, Mr. Seller, is help you. You want to sell your home quickly? Great. Here's the way that it works. Once you've got them sold on the home, now what? The person has to get financing to pay for it, right? That's where I can come in. Hey, you want to only show your home to people, protect your stuff and your family. What you ought to do, and here's what a lot of real estate agents do, is they get potential buyers to get pre-approved prior to coming in. This way you know whether or not they can actually afford the home or the price that you've got on the home. You plant that seed. You guide them to it. No, the seller does not know to point them at a particular buyer because they just don't know about the finance part of it. And that's why this is such a beautiful strategy for loan officers, is because you can swoop in there with very simple, very light education, and you're providing a service that nobody else is offering to them. The only calls they get providing help for their for sale by owner home is a realtor wanting to get a commission. You're not that. That's different. And that gives you a leg up in this opportunity, guys. So use FSBO marketing tools that are in the FSBO marketing tools class, and I put a link here to the class on the PowerPoint so you guys know exactly where to get it. There's the buyer registration sheet, or the registration sheets. There's a sample application. There's a Pack Like a Pro document. There's a safety tips. There's several pieces to that puzzle. Bring those with you. Use those tools to introduce yourself to those for sale by owners instead of just calling on the phone. Go to their door, knock on their door with your marketing materials in hand or in your big giant shoes saying, hey, I'm just trying to get my foot in the door, or in your potted plant that's a beautiful flower. They're not going to do something different, but go to their door. Don't just pick up the phone and call them. It brand you, those materials brand you as an expert. You're showing them that you've got, this is thought out. This isn't just some willy-nilly thing that you're hoping to get some purchase leads to get some pre-approvals going so you can. This is a well thought out thing. You've got documents, you've got this and that to try and help them sell their home. brand you as an expert that knows about selling by owner. And then you're going to drop those materials off instead of pick up the phone and call them. Drop them off. Bring them there. If they're not home, leave them on the door. And then follow up with that phone call. And I thought this car was a beautiful design of attention getter. But it, you know, it's something small, an herb garden. This time of year, a bag of Halloween candy to pass out. I mean, there's lots of different things that you can have as an attention getter. You know, the flower pot, the giant shoe, any of those things. And then finally, the last strategy that I think is hot right now, and this can work again for you know, lots of different things, is Facebook ads. The cool thing about Facebook ads, yes, it does cost something, but it is very, I mean, really inexpensive and very effective in getting your message in front of the exact right audience. And you can be in front of your audience at all times. You can target referral partners as well as consumers with Facebook ads. It's not just one or the other. This is a strategy that you can use for both, for getting consumer direct leads as well as getting referral partners to see you. Build your fan page faster by doing a page likes to get more fans to your page. You can use custom audience and upload emails. It no longer lets you do custom Facebook IDs, but you can still do emails of past clients and keep your name in front and face in front of them all the time. You can do a website custom audience. We just talked about that just a couple of weeks ago, to serve ads continuously to people who visited your site. Basically, a visitor comes to your website, and now you follow them around on Facebook everywhere they go. You can use boosted posts to get your friends, to get the friends of your fans to see your content. So what a boosted post does is it forces your post onto your fans' newsfeed, but it also shows that, or forces your post onto the friends of your fans' newsfeed. It's a great way of expanding your network. We talked about it at the beginning, is having a good fan page where you've got, you know, mortgage-related content, but done in a cool way with pictures of fun stuff and cool stuff that's going on. You can boost those posts to get more and more people to like that, so that, or to like a post like that, to get more people to see it and then get more fans, so that each time you do that, you've got more and more opportunities. You can use the demographics in the ads creator to target niche programs like VA loans. You would target veteran in the home. You can do FHA first-time home loans with, you know, and target renters. You can do reverse mortgage and target just the baby boomers that are in your local market area. Let's see, got a question pop up here. Question on the big shoe to drop off for FSBOs. How would you package that so the kids, teenagers of the house who may see it and play with it before their parents? Well, the main thing is the big shoe is it's not empty. I've got all of my marketing materials inside the big shoe, rolled up, and I've got it in a place on the door, by the door. Golly, I guess, you know, that is, I never really thought about that. I never really figured, you know, a teenager or somebody would walk up, start playing with the shoe, especially if I've got my marketing materials in there. Golly, I don't know. I guess I'm just throwing caution to the wind and would hope that the kids would just leave that doggone thing alone, especially with my marketing materials in it. But it's not just an empty shoe there. I've got my, you know, I've got all of my FSBO marketing tools, you know, printed out, ready to go. I've got my letter that's specifically a cover letter directed towards the seller rolled up in there as well. Maybe I keep the verbiage on that rolled outward so that they see that it's a letter directed towards the seller or mom and dad, and, oh, I better not mess with this or I'm going to get in trouble kind of thing. So keep the verbiage on that rolled out. So each one of the strategies that we talked about today, we've discussed each one of them on the daily mastermind class as well as the top producer classes. I want to reiterate, as I said in the beginning, do not try to implement all these at the same time. You will not succeed. Implement one all the way to completion and then decide on what the next will be. The point is to implement the strategy in your business, and the point even above and beyond that is to implement it today. Start implementing something in your business today. If you don't have a past client strategy, start with that. Start implementing a past client strategy. If you need help with the steps and what to put in place, email me, shoot me a letter, let me know. We'll work on it together, okay? And guys and girls, have a very happy, have a very safe Halloween. It's always a fun time of year. Should be a nice day out tomorrow. Enjoy your day. We will be gathering for our top producer interview session tomorrow. But for the Daily Mastermind, we'll be right back here on Monday, same time, same channel. Have a safe and happy Halloween, guys, and we'll see you right back here, same time, same place next week. Have a great day, guys. Oh, wait, something popped in. Supposed to snow there tomorrow. Oh, Peggy. Well, hopefully the kids will get out in the snow anyway. Hopefully they'll get out in it anyway. Guys, girls, thanks again so much. It was a pleasure hanging out with you, and we'll see you on the flip side. Have a great day, everybody.